So now what we're going to do is we're going to add some more relevant content to our website, and we're going to make some more robust posts. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change the focus of my website. I originally called my website Demo 100. I'm going to go into my settings and go to General, and I'm going to change the name of my website to Sea Creatures. I'm going to create a quick website about sea creatures so that we can apply some of the different features in WordPress. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove just another WordPress site. You'll see if I go to the front end part of my WordPress, here's the name of my website, and then it says just another WordPress site. I'm going to go ahead and change this, and I'm going to add a tagline that's more relevant to the topic that I'm covering. Everything else is things that I'm going to go ahead and leave at the default settings. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save Changes down at the bottom. If I refresh my site now, you can see that the title is now Sea Creatures and the tagline is now reflective of what I typed. We're going to go into the Posts area, and I'm going to remove the Hello World post. I'm just going to get rid of this altogether, so I'm going to click Trash, and WordPress is going to remove it. I'm going to take my This is my first post, and we will change this so that it's just saved as a draft and won't actually publish to the front end part of my website. I'm going to click Quick Edit, and I'm going to change the status from published to draft. I'll select Update, and now both of these posts are titled as draft. If we go back to the front end of the website and refresh the browser, you can see that I have nothing found. We're going to create a new post right now. I'm going to go into the post section and click Add New. I'm going to add a title for this new post. I have some text that I want to include in this post, so I've created my text in another application. I'm going to paste it here. You can see when I paste it in, it doesn't have any formatting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some formatting. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make behavior a heading of size 2. Breeding and conservation is also going to be a heading of size 2. I'm going to change fast facts to a heading of size 3, and I'm just going to clean up some of the information about the turtles here. These are going to end up being bulleted points, but right now the definition and the actual value of the definition is on separate lines. I want them to all be on the same lines. I'm going to select all of these items together, and I'm going to make them into a bulleted list. Now currently it only makes one bulleted list, and that's because I only have one hard return between these items. If I want to create multiple bulleted lists, I need to create additional hard returns in between every item that I want to be part of the bulleted list. If we go ahead and preview what the page is going to look like, you can see that this is what we have so far. I'm going to make this a little bit more visually interesting by adding an image. I'll go back into my post, and I'm going to set an image as the featured image. I'm going to click the link down here for Set Featured Image. What I can do here is if I had images in my media library, they would show up, but I don't have any images that I've uploaded into my site yet. I'm going to go back to the tab that says Upload Files. You can either click the button that says Select Files, or you can simply drag and drop the files anywhere into this window. I'll do the drag and drop method. I'm going to go into my desktop where I have the files that I'd like to upload. I'm going to select all of the files and I'm going to drop them onto the window. When I do that, WordPress is going to go about uploading these files into my WordPress directory. If I click on each of these files, it's going to give me attachment details over here to the right. It'll tell me things like when this image was actually created, what the current name of it is, the physical size of it, and how much space it's taking up on my computer. I can click Edit Image, and this will take me into WordPress's image editor. You can do simple edits here, like rotate, crop, flip, either vertically or horizontally. You can alter the dimensions and scale the item, or you can change the aspect ratio. I'm going to just hit Cancel because I don't want to change anything on my images. One thing that I do want to do on my images, though, is to assign appropriate titles. Titles are what's going to show up if the user hovers over the image. So this is helpful for usability. I'm just going to change the title to be green sea turtle. If you want to include a caption, you certainly can. I'm not going to include a caption. My alt tag is going to also have relevant meaning. And again, you can add a description. I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I will quickly add a relevant title and alt text to the rest of the images that I have inside my media library. Alright, now that I've done that, I'm going to select one of the images and I'm going to set this as my featured image. Once I've done that, you can see that the image shows up as the featured image for this particular post. I'll show you how this looks in just a moment. Before we actually view this, I'm going to add some categories to my post. Categories and tags are very important. They allow you to sort your posts into topics so that users can find what they're looking for. The difference between categories and posts are categories are used for main topics of your website. You can kind of think of categories as boxes in which you're going to sort your posts into. Categories are always hierarchical. Tags are used to fine-tune categories. They usually are much more niche than categories tend to be. You can kind of think of tags as dividers that you put into the boxes to further sort the contents. So I might have a category of sea turtle. I'm going to add another category of ocean life. And then I'm going to add a tag of green sea turtle. This is specific to the type of turtle that this post happens to be about. So you can see that it's more specific and it's more niche than the general category. Now that I'm done with these settings, I'm going to go up to the publish setting and I'm going to publish my post. If we view the post in the front end portion of my website and refresh the page, you can see that the featured image now shows up along with all of the information that we had added to our post. In addition to that, I have the categories, and then the tag is information in which if I wanted to search for something on my website, this post would actually come up. I'm going to go ahead and on the home page of my website, I'm going to reduce the amount of content that shows for the green sea turtle post. I don't want the entire post to show up on the home page as it currently does. I'll go back to the back-end portion of my website, and what I'm going to specify is after the first paragraph, I'm going to hit a return, and then I'm going to use this insert read more tag. It's going to add some dotted lines that says more here in the back-end portion of WordPress. If I update my post and I go back to the front end and refresh, you'll now see that only the first paragraph shows up and then it says continue reading. And if I click continue reading, it's going to take me to another page that has the entire post with all of the text. This is how I want my site to function. If I want to return to the home page, I can click See Creatures. Right now, I'm just using the default styling that this particular theme is applying to my website. But you can see with some augmentation to how you set up your post, you can make the content that displays much more interesting.